we're gonna do what I'm calling a one-shot of this game you can't see yet, but it exists. Squirrel with a gun. I've been seeing this on TikTok for forever. And it feels like it's kind of... I've never played it. I've only watched like 10-second clips of it every now and then. And it seems like it might be like a collectathon mixed with... I need to use a controller? That sucks. A collectathon mixed with a, freaking... Oh, I don't need to use a controller. What is that game called? Destroy All Humans. Thank you, brain. Why is it doing this? If I... It's on English now. If I hit up once, it goes to Dutch. If I hit up again, it goes to French, Spanish, Italian. Why is it going through them like that? So this seems like the kind of game that I wanted to do a single video on to show it off, and then I'm going to like 100% it in my time off camera. Oh god, that's loud. Holy shit. Things shouldn't be that loud. That's as low as I can put it, and it's still that loud. I'm missing the song, Windows, because you had to go and change how the frickin' sound settings work. Is it like this? Why are you saying the input is the Oculus microphone? What are you talking about? That's not even plugged in. Why did they make the volume mixer so bad? No, not that. No, stop. No, please God. Windows 11 is terrible. Okay, Jesus. Okay, now we can play the video game. From the start, golden acorns times 0. There's a secret box there. That is a huge HUD for the squirrel, which I assume is the health bar. Okay. I immediately have to change the graphic settings. Okay, I turned Lumen off and immediately gained 40 FPS. And of course, now I can't hear the game at all. Boom. Where's oh god. The squirrel doesn't say in the center of the screen. That could be a problem. Also, this looks bad. Why is... Was there an upscaling thing that I didn't see? Why does this look so bad? Why does it look AI upscaled? See how there's not even an upscaling option? What have I done? This seems to be as good as I can get it, but for some reason it still looks... Actually, it looks better now. I'm specifically looking at the shadow under the squirrel. Before it just looked like a particle-y mess. And I had to turn off the squirrel hair shader. Oh my god, you can jump so high. I don't like that the squirrel doesn't stay in the center of the screen. Okay, if you hold down jump, you jump higher. That's good. Okay. I'm doing it. I missed it. I've done it. I'm doing it. The game got way louder again. I don't know why it's so hard to mix a game. I missed the jump. I can't jump. The squirrel's jump is very floaty, even though it has 100% air control. No, I missed the jump again. Okay, I can't even get that anyway. Maybe you can throw something at it? Maybe you can throw something at it. I can't do precision platforming because the controls are too floaty? Why? I got killed. Push. Okay. can I throw this? Can I throw from here, or I can't see? Come on. That looked like it was gonna work. Nailed it. I'm gonna get you. A golden acorn. Yep. Build an acorn collected. Top secret acorn. It wasn't all that secret. To destroy all humans, man. You wanna fight? You wanna Ghosif? That's what you get. He's not gonna do it. He wouldn't do it. Yeah, he wouldn't do that. You're not even gonna go for the gun? Did you just sweeping kick me? Take that. That was a terrible move by anybody, Sander. You just punched the ground with your fist? The enemy stunned has a chance to perform a takedown. I'm trying, but... The way he just collapses. It's pretty funny. Well, I did it. F? Whoa. Weird. How far can I go without even picking up the gun? You wanna go? Gotcha. Oh god, he shot me with a gun. Like a squirrel. Yeah. I can't actually. Oh, I got killed. Ah, nuts. I guess I'll pick up the gun. You got a gun. Aim with this and fire with that. Aim, fire, and throw. Okay. Boink. Oh my god. It's not hitting him when I shoot. I shot like 4 times. One of them hit the ceiling. The other time it didn't look like it shot at all. There you go. Oh, I have to do the... Bye-bye. It seems like a waste of ammo. Give me all your Acrons. Acron Derulo. That doesn't even make sense. You just mixed up Akon with Jason Derulo. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, I'm down here now. Oh, double jump with the gun. I see. That's pretty good. Good double with the jump gun technology. What does this do? Max reload energy. Hold Q to reload any gun. Okay. Okay. Now, I never hit those switches on the other side of the room. Okay. I realize I'm only like 5 minutes in, but this feels really lackluster. I really don't like that the squirrel's not in the center of the screen for a platformer. I don't think the movement works too well. It's too floaty when you jump. There's like no gravity, if that makes sense. And you can't like precision it. What is this? Is this a different gun? Probably not. I mean, for $5, it's fine. But for all the hype I was seeing, maybe it'll get better in the open world. There's a lot of charm though. There's absolutely charm. It also sort of feels like it's going to be the kind of game that has like the bad kind of humor, like a Rick and Morty type. Shift. You can throw your gun, but you gotta be unarmed. But I just almost jumped in the lava. No, I jumped in the lava. Why would you put me here? That's not fair. I also think it could have done with an actual art style instead of just looking like a bunch of Unreal assets. Which, don't get me wrong, I've been working with Unreal for 15 years. Maybe I'm just sensitive to it. The bespoke animations and stuff, though, for the squirrel, that's a lot of hard work. So I'm not trying to, like, say that no effort was put into this. A lot of effort was obviously put into this. I'm trying to think of a nicer term than mid, because mid seems very mean. But again, I'm just in the tutorial mission, so how do I do this without jumping into the lava? But why would I go over there? I don't see a need to go over there. I immediately fell. There doesn't seem to be any coyote time, which is a big no-no for platformers, just saying. Coyote time is when the time you have after you run off a ledge before you can hit jump again. Or rather, before jump stops counting as an input. So like if I leave this here, if I run off the edge and immediately hit jump, I should like fall a little and then be able to still jump. But you can't do that in this game. And now how am I gonna get over there without a gun? Good job on thinking ahead. I guess it's balanced by the fact that you get so many bullets to use for double jumping. An Uzi, you say? This is a good idea. You found the submachine gun. Shoot fast and fly high. I never considered different kinds of guns. I've only ever seen clips with the normal pistol. I launched myself into the ocean. Okay, so that's how that works. Activate hyper focus. Defeating agents will give you yellow energy. Oh, hey. I didn't think it had that much kickback. Grabbed. What's over here? The agents. I see you. Pineco made of bullets. This will give you reload energy. Did it though? Okay. It doesn't particularly feel snappy either. Like, that took a while to show that that bridge loaded. I promise I'm not trying to be negative. This is all, what's the term for feedback? Inside eye patch? An Acron eye patch. What's the point of having... Oh, I'm a genius. I'm a goddamn genius. That is fun. See, that's the charm I'm talking about. And if somebody tries to say, why on earth are you playing a platformer with a mouse and keyboard instead of a controller? It's for accessibility reasons. I can't really use a controller without my carpal tunnel and cubital tunnel murdering me for days on end. So I do what I can to use a keyboard and mouse. When I can. I played Elden Ring with a keyboard. Wasn't as bad as you'd think. But this certainly doesn't... Oh my god. The movement is so slippy and not center of screen charactered. Barely tapping these keys and it's just not aiming precise enough. It's not quite as precise as you like. You want yourself a fun platformer? Get yourself Unboxed Newbie's Adventure. Oh good, I fell again. People like Hat in Time. I didn't care for it. Maybe I didn't give it enough time. I feel like I did the first few levels. Good, good. This is what I wanted for Christmas. I feel like it was a good idea on paper, but again, it just didn't feel good. Get yourself Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. That was a good time. Get yourself 0 of the 3D Marios. Except maybe Odyssey, but even then, Sunshine was fun. Mario Galaxy? I did not like those controls. No, come on. How am I still on this same... I don't like in those 3D Marios where you have zero control over the camera because the developer thinks they can program cameras better than you can control them. Which it was a very direct response to a lot of people saying they can't control 3D Mario in 64 and Sunshine. So they were like, okay, fine. Then don't worry about the camera anymore. We took care of that for you, but it's still not good. I recently played through most of Mario 64 when I had a Switch 2 with the All-Star Collection. Jump. Don't float so far away. See, you float, you barely tap the key and he flies 30 feet in a different direction. Get yourself Hollow Knight. Oh, it's a big... Oh no, it's an arrow, not a sword. Hello? She's not waiting for my response on the camera because I offered her an offer and she just said no. That can't be the way up. That was the way up? I was looking for another golden... I'm 40 minutes in, by the way, into recording. It's clearly a trap. Oh, I do have an eye patch. The neighborhood is an open area with lots of golden acorns. Acorns to find. Don't forget to save your game. Classic squirrel meme. Climb a flagpole to unlock totals in an area. Hello. Why you got purple legs? Oh, I can climb people? Hello. Oh my god, I did not mean to kill you. Okay, good. You were just taking a nap. Oh, the floor is lava. Oh, I expected this to make me bounce. And you fly 1,000 feet when you barely touch the controls. Camera momentum, turn that off. Why does that exist? I plugged a controller and it doesn't work with the game. Okay, the squirrel now seems to stay in the lava. Because there's no coyote time. Turning off the camera momentum seems to keep the squirrel more in the center of the screen. And there's no coyote time. Slowly. The game wants you to be slow instead of smooth. Go. We did it. You can consider that having been did. Why are there people under the lava? A sweater. I'm wearing a sweater. I look like Passepartout. The spicy house. It's also weird that E summons the gun, but you have to click to pick it up. I see. 1, 2, 12. No. These are gonna fall. That's good. I like it. Oh my god. Oh, there's chili peppers on the wall. It is a spicy house. I missed somehow. How is that missing? How did that miss? I'm not gonna make that. Good. I like that that happened. Was this here before? A bunny suit? This definitely feels like a game I'm going to continue playing 100%. Wait, there's still another... You can rob citizens by aiming at them. I can snap their neck by getting on their shoulder and pressing E. How is this not hitting him? Kill cams feel pretty overindulgent. They take forever to get through. Is it really the same every time? I can go in the lava, that's for sure. I can't see. Okay, this makes you bounce. No, why would you fall? Up to the roof? There's a thing there. There's an acron. Inside brown. Oh. Brown fur. Now I match the acorn. Why? I literally just jumped through one of these. Now, I hate to be a negative ne'er-do-well, but it's times like these where I like to look at Steam reviews to make sure I'm not actually missing something here. Because I can't be what everybody thinks I am. Very positive. Okay. Okay. $5. That's how much I paid for it. Has Eric played it at all? He hasn't. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we got 3,600 reviews and 500 of them are negative. Where's going to describe how awesome the game is? Well, I'm a squirrel with a gun, bro. What's not to like? That's not a review. Funny squirrel with game achievements to play for. Absolute peak. That's not a freaking review. Boring. That's more of a review than absolute peak. Thought this game would be funnier and the controls also suck. See, I agree with that. It's important to read the negatives. Literally fun for the first 3 minutes, runs out of steam quickly, and the controls are terrible. I agree with this portion. I thought this game would be funnier. We already read that one. It was fine till I got to a boss fight. The game tried to trick me into thinking the tank was the boss. Rather, it was the controls that can't seem to make up its mind. Sometimes left is left, right is right. Randomly it swaps up and left and down, and yes, I agree. Kept getting stuck, even clipped through the floor on multiple occasions. Not worth it for me. See, I thought it was going to be a goat simulator kind of thing too. Oh, I didn't even notice that. A joke that they're all the same model but with different hair. I noticed they were all the same model. I didn't notice the hair. Janky and doesn't work. Janky, yes, doesn't work. It works, eh. No resolution settings. That's true. Other than a bar that does nothing. Also true. The camera angle is broken. I agree the camera does not work. Covered up with paid reviews to make it look fun. See, that's kind of what I was thinking was the deal. The worst game I've ever played. That is not at all true for me. Gimmick wears off fast. I agree with that. The controls suck. Can't get out of the lab. Same. But it's also important to read positive reviews as well. Need more polish? I agree. We need more polish in a lot of things. Sometimes shots don't go anywhere near where you aim them. Actual platforming is twitchy and painful, and there's no separate aim sensitivity slider for the sniper rifle. But somehow that's a positive review. Squirrel with a gun is frequently frustrating unpolished. sorry, unpolished and suffering from generally poor design, but it's an audacious effort you can't help but applaud. It's a hilarious, stupid idea cobbled together into some bastard child of Goat Sim and Mario Odyssey. I have no idea what the story is about, but I would expect many will begin to power scale the awe inspiring feats of the Squirrel in the coming weeks of online discourse. Despite obvious flaws like poor control, short repetitive gameplay, and instructions unclear sandbox experience that had me confused constantly, I still enjoyed it. That's a recipe for not being enjoyable. If you're playing a game and the controls suck, there's no gameplay and the instructions are unclear. People don't understand how to make 6 out of 10. I guess that's more positive than 5 out of 10, but that's normally I hate on negative reviews because a lot of people just leave terrible reviews, but the most underrated masterpiece of 2024. An actual banger. The charm is off the charts. I mentioned the charm as well. It tickled the collectathon itch. There's some bangers on the soundtrack, not without issues though. The game is jank overall. Quite a bit of input lag, random crashes, random glitches, a run button, or at least the ability to call the car in more places would make it play smoother too. Most of this game's runtime is spent walking slowly. It's short too, but every game has to end someday. Can't wait for the playing content. It could use more music and perhaps the ability to toggle that vehicle song. I know my criticisms are longer than my praise, but believe me, it's an experience that's worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's for me. If I can get the controller to work with it, I'll give it another go, but it's not for me.